Urban agriculture. What is it? What are its benefits? How can it be applied? Today, we'll look at 3 examples of urban agriculture in and around the city of Pittsburgh. Urban agriculture is defined by the American Planning Association as anything that includes production, beyond that which is strictly for home consumption or educational purposes, distribution and marketing of food and other products within the cores of metropolitan areas and their edges. As we will see, urban agriculture can take on many sizes and forms, utilize a variety of practices, and serve many purposes. Before we get to our first stop, we'll briefly explore the Grow Pittsburgh initiative. Grow Pittsburgh is an organization focused on growing and improving the urban agriculture in the Pittsburgh area. Grow Pittsburgh's 22 employees assist in running their 2 farms, city gardens, education department, and community garden support system. They assist in the planning and building of community gardens and then offer a 2-year mentorship program, visiting the gardens weekly for support and advice. Even after the mentorship program ends, Grow Pittsburgh is always willing to offer support to the communities they work with, and their microgrant program allows community gardens to apply for funds for items such as weed whackers and other tools. The Grow Pittsburgh initiative is a crucial aspect of the urban agriculture taking place in Pittsburgh and is involved in many of the gardens we will discuss today. Our first stop is the MLK Community Garden in the Hill District of Pittsburgh. Founded in 2014, MLK Community Garden found its home on an abandoned baseball field. Old baseball fields are a common place to find community gardens because they are flat, central locations in the community that typically have a fence already surrounding them. MLK has many opportunities for community members to get involved, including raised beds for the elderly to work in, large plots that cost residents $10 per year, and a children's garden for kids to explore while their family members are at work in the garden. While MLK Community Garden had a strong start in 2014, they've been experiencing a lack of participation over the past year and are struggling to maintain the grounds. The maintenance relies almost solely on Miss Mickey, the volunteer manager who works at the garden upwards of 25 hours each week. This lack of participation and maintenance is an example of one of the many trials that community gardens face. Operating off of a very different model is Garfield Community Farm, our next stop. Garfield was founded over 10 years ago by 2 local churches to address the abandonment of the community. Garfield Community Farm operates on about 3 acres and grows a variety of produce. In addition to their gardens and orchard, they raise ducks, chickens, and rabbits, have 6 beehives, and a bioshelter for producing tropical fruits and microgreens. While Garfield does have many volunteers, they rely mainly on 2 year-round part-time employees and 2 summer part-time employees. Unlike many community gardens, Garfield does not have plots for community members to utilize, but they are always welcoming to visitors and volunteers and have many educational signs throughout the property. Many of the volunteers and visitors to the farm are from outside communities. Garfield Community Farm sells their produce at farmers markets in other communities at prices meant to target a middle-class market. MLK Community Garden showed us an example of urban agriculture with a focus on feeding and involving the community. Garfield Community Farm is an example of urban agriculture that has a stronger focus on utilizing and restoring the land. Our final stop shows us that urban agriculture can have many focuses. Hilltop Urban Farm, when in operation, is slated to be the largest urban farm in the United States, operating on 107 acres of land. The land that Hilltop sits on was once housing projects home to 3,500 residents before sitting abandoned for many years. Today, Hilltop is surrounded by 11 neighborhoods, 9 of which are considered food deserts. Upon completion, Hilltop will focus on production agriculture on one side of their site and family and community farming on the other side. The production agriculture site will have rental plots for experienced farmers and additional plots for a 3-year farmer training program. The community side will have an orchard, an educational kids farm, and plots for families to rent. Hilltop Urban Farm not only utilizes and restores land, it feeds and educates community members and provides farmers with the chance to make a living in the urban area of Pittsburgh. Urban agriculture can have many focuses, take on many forms and sizes, and utilize many practices, and Pittsburgh is a great example of this. At the end of the day, no matter the size of the farm or the practices they utilize, urban agriculture brings so many benefits to the communities it serves and is a crucial part of our modern food system.